and welcome back. Now in the previous video we were exploring how to write a formal letter or a polite email. This video is going to go into a little bit more detail regarding the words and phrases that you should be using in your email or letter writing to make them come across as really formal and polite. So I have a few do's and don'ts for you, and here they are. Don't use contractions. So we want to avoid contractions at all costs. Now this is what I mean by a contraction. A contraction is like two words, like it will, that have been put together to make a shortened word, such as it'll, with this little apostrophe in here. Okay, we want to avoid these because when we use contractions like it'll, I'm, it's, there, and can't, those words are actually part of informal language. They're the kind of words that we might use when we're talking to a friend. But if we're in a really formal situation, we want to make sure that we are using the full wording, how it was originally intended. So for example, instead of it'll, we need to always be saying it will if we're doing a formal letter or email. Instead of I'm, we're going to say I am. Instead of it's, we're going to say it is. Instead of there, we're going to say they are. And instead of can't, we're going to say cannot. So for example, if we were writing that letter of complaint that we talked about in the last video, we might say, I regret that I cannot attend the meeting. So not, I'm sorry, but I can't attend the meeting, but I regret that I cannot attend the meeting. It's much more formal language. And similarly, if we were saying, I'm sorry, but I can't meet the project deadline for whatever reason, we're not going to say I'm, we're going to say I am. So we're going to say, I am sorry, but I can't meet the project deadline. I need a little bit more time. So you see how we are going to use the full wording and not the contraction, not the shortened version, because that is saved for informal language when we're talking with our family and our friends. So what about something that we do want to do in our formal letter writing or email writing? Well, we do want to use modal verbs. Now, modal verbs are the words that we use to make something sound a little bit softer, a little bit less direct, and it makes it more polite. So really good example, two examples of modal verbs that we could use are would and could. So I'm going to give you an example here. Let's say you were applying for a job and the person who was advertising the vacancy didn't send out the job specification, but you would really like to see the job specification so that you can make sure that you craft a really great formal job application and that you know what to say in the interview. So you want to request a job specification. So you might say, I would be grateful if you could send me the job specification. So we are using the words would and could in a really polite way to make a request. Using the same example, we might say, I would appreciate if you could send me the job specification. Or could you please send me the job specification? Or could you send me the job specification, please? So these are all different ways that we could use modal verbs such as could and would in our language when we're making a polite request. Another thing that we should not do is we should not use emotive language. What do I mean by emotive language? Well, emotive language is language that is going to convey our emotions in some way. If we're writing a formal letter or a polite email, we want to leave our emotions out of it. We don't want any emotion in there. We just want to get straight to the point. So when we talk about emotive language, it could be things like the word horrible, or the word awful, or the word nasty, or the word disgusting. Let's say you were in the restaurant and your dinner didn't taste very nice. Don't tell the waiter that your dinner was disgusting, or don't write a complaint to the restaurant manager saying that your dinner was awful. Keep the emotion out of it by avoiding words that convey your emotion. So here are some examples of do's and don'ts. I want you to try next time you are writing a formal letter or a polite email, avoiding contractions, avoiding emotive language, but using modal verbs such as would and could to formulate your writing. So thanks very much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.